Championship Saturday in Altamont Springs, Florida, on the outskirts of Orlando. We are at San Lando Park as the #1 team in the nation, the top seed, Valdosta State, meeting the 7th seed Washburn for the rights to the Division II national title. Blazers looking to defend their national title. They've won a total of 41 straight matches in a row coming in, and the Ichabods of Washburn playing their first ever national championship match. And they come in with their own winning streak of 13 in a row. As we are watching the top flight of doubles just getting underway. For producer Daniel Westhoff, I'm Brian Fanley. This is Cross Court Cash presented by Crack Rackets. Valdosta State, second all-time meeting against Washburn. One earlier meeting was in March of 2021. Blazers won it 4-love. At VSU. At this one's position in doubles, it's the 5th-ranked doubles team in the nation for Valdosta State, and Takeshi Tako and Sofim Van Vick. They are a pair of seniors, 15-2 in dual play, and they are going up against the #1 doubles team in the land, and Matthew Earl and Tim Hames. They are a pair of seniors as well. Valdosta State serving. And Vic is the one serving. Senior from Curacao, and also Taco is a senior from Lima, Peru. NCAA semifinal yesterday. They beat the top duo for Lubbock Christian, Kelly Dicey and Jordan Jajorev, 6-1. Beautiful day here in Florida. Sweet 16 and beyond are the matches that were played on these beautiful grounds. So both teams have won 3 different duels to get into the final. 3 different duels won by each of them here on site, in the final site. To get to this position, Valdosta State hosted their own regional. The South Regional, they had wins against Spring Hill College and then St. Leo. Sweet 16, that was here. Sweep against St. Thomas Aquinas, quarterfinal, the University of Indianapolis. And then the aforementioned win against Lubbock Christian, 4-love. Blazers won all 6 first sets in singles, and they dominated from the start. High bouncing kicker to the backhand, mishandled on that ad side. And so VSU strikes first as they manage the hold. A team that is looking for their 4th ever national championship. They won it last year, of course, also 2006, 2011. And this is their 7th appearance in the national championship match. Our second doubles flight features for the Blazers, the 8th-ranked team in the nation, Arthur Board and Edgar Destue. Taking the first game, as you can see. Facing Tony Cicchetti and Vasek Schneider. They are a doubles team ranked as well. Number 23 in the land. As Washburn serves here at Love 1. Cicchetti and Snyder are a pair of sophomores. Cicchetti from Italy, Snyder from Czech Republic. They are 22-3 in dual action. They have won 10 matches in a row. They had the 6-3 win at this 2-double spot in the NCAA semifinals. They won a tiebreak set versus Concordia back during the Sweet 16. Found a sliver of space, and the backhand past the net man. Board and Destoué, 18-3 in dual play. They've won 9 matches in a row. In fact, they haven't lost in over a month. Board, grad student from France, Destoué, senior from France, and they've been teaming up together all year long. Tough start here for Washburn. Love 40. Feeling the pressure of 3, make it 4 break chances with this deciding point format. Destoué and Board forcing shots and winners to get them ahead as the returning team Love 40. Breaking at Love. What a start for a pair of Frenchmen for VSU as they put their paw prints all over that first service game of Washburn. Sitting at 23-3 on the year, the Ichabods in their 19th appearance in the NCAA tournament. NCAA postseason started out as we look at 3 doubles, beating Southern Arkansas, then Concordia. Big win in the Elite 8 against Berry. Followed by the semifinal win versus UT Tyler 4-Love yesterday. At this 3 doubles spot, it's Baruch Eskirkir and Jan Escurbatis. Eskirkir, 5'11" senior from Argentina for the Blazers, and Skurbatis is a junior from Germany. Facing Pablo Sparson and Maritz Piper. Piper, 6'1" junior from Germany. Parson, 6'2" junior from Cyprus. A rather young partnership where they are just 6-3 in dual action. They fell 6-3 in the semifinal at the threes. Won 6-3 in the quarterfinal. The threes over Berry, fell 6-3 in the Sweet 16. So a lot of 6-3 decisions for them, whether they're on the winning side or the losing end. The Ichabods at this 3 position are 15-9 combined on the year. That's good for 63% winning percentage, the lowest of any 3 of the courts. Where they have done their best work is at the 2s, where they are a collective 23-3. 89% of the matches, doubles plays at the 2s for Washburn, they win. Two love for the Blazers as they serve. This pair out here for the Blazers, they both are headed to Division I schools next year. Skirkir transferring to University of Tennessee. Skirbatis is transferring to University of New Mexico. A combined 14-5 record they have. What they do have as well is they do have 2 losses in the NCAAs, but they were tiebreak sets. He went unfinished 5-4 with a lead when the point was clinched yesterday in the NCAA semifinal. Valdosta State, the only undefeated team left in the NCAA Division II ranks. Their 30th appearance in the NCAA postseason. An optimal start for the Blazers, breezing through the first 3 games, making them all their own at the first sit-down. Valdosta State, preseason number 1, and into the postseason, the number 1 overall seed as well. Leading as well on court 2, but we are on serve with Washburn serving 1-2. Cicchetti and Snyder on the far side for the Ichabods. Taking on Board and Destue for Valdosta State. And they had a 6-3 win in the NCAA semifinal, which actually clinched the doubles point, as the Blazers went on to win against Lubbock Christian for Love. With that doubles point, also had wins in singles on courts 1, 3, and 6. Valdosta State, located in Valdosta, Georgia. About 12,000 students. Founded in 1906. They're about 15 miles north of the Florida border. Almost about a 4-hour drive to Atlanta.
Let's go.
Great chances here for the Blazers to try and go up 3-1 as they are attacking these serves and winning short points. Washburn School, founded in 1865. They are out at Topeka, Kansas, with about 5,000 undergrad students. Great base absorption off the half volleys there on the near side for VSU, handling a barrage of aggressive shots. Right down the middle with the swinging volley, and that's going to make it 3-1 in favor of Valdosta State. The Blazers, preseason number 1 they were, but despite never losing, they dropped all the way down to 6th during the season in the rankings. Spent weeks at 3 and 4 as well. Finally back up to 1 on April 30th, and it's a place that they have been ever since. But holding the first ranking for most of the season, believe it or not, considering that Valdosta State never lost and they are the defending national champs, would be West Florida. And they lost in the regional final to Barry, but they were number 1 for almost 2 months during the season. Number 1 still, even after losing to Valdosta State in early March, still stayed atop the rankings. We're at the ones now. Takeshi Tako and Sophie Van Vick. Expect to see Tako playing 1 singles. He is the second-ranked singles player in the nation at the D2 ranks. He is at the net. Out of position, being pulled off the court. Delphine Van Vick is serving. Tako and Van Vyck, they claim the doubles point in the NCAA quarterfinal, winning a tiebreak set 7-6, 8-6 against University of Indianapolis, the 8th seed and the 17th ranked team in the nation. Body serve, throwing off Washburn. Not enough time to get out of the way of it and get a substantial, credible return crack at it. A 3-2 lead is a point away for the senior from Curacao, who's at the line. Valdosta State has a lead here again on court number 1. They've got leads on all 3 of the doubles courts, and as you know, they are fighting for the doubles point. The team to win 2 doubles courts takes home the doubles point, heading into singles, where we will have 6 different flights of singles. Each court won in singles constitutes a point. Team to get to 4 overall points wins the duel and is your national champion. Valdosta State in control, as you can see here at the 2s. At the second sit down, ahead comfortably 4-1. All 3 courts for your perusal here. And the big screen is on court number 3. One of 2 different courts where Valdosta State has a 4-1 lead. At the 3s, just 15-9 record at 3 doubles for Washburn on the year. Closest match is at the 1s. Washburn might be trailing in all 3 of these matches in doubles, but they do have the number 1 doubles team in the nation, Earl and Ames. But they're going to find that they're going to need more help than just them in terms of trying to pull out this doubles point. Focusing on the 3s and the 2s for the time being. Washburn serving on both occasions at 1-4. These courts, these serves almost a mirror of one another, of where they are in the game score and where they are on the court. But I do guarantee you that it is 2 different feeds. It's not the same court being shown on 1 screen or 2 screens. Moritz Piper, right side of your screen, and Pablos Parson. Pair of juniors looking for their 7th win of the year. At the 3s, Skirbatis and Skirkir running into each other, trying to field the volley attempt in the middle of the court. Skirkir headed to the University of Tennessee next year, and Vol's associate head coach Matt Lucas saying that he believes that Skirkir is the best Division II tennis player in the country right now. And clearly that's one reason why the Volunteers have their attention on him, and they feel like he can transition well to the next level. But still, Valdosta State has work to be done here today. at the D2 level, looking for back-to-back national championships. Standing at 25-0 on the year. 40-15. A hold that is extremely important, especially if you're a Washburn fan, considering where they stand on court 3. Attacking that serve, but missing the return on court number 3 to VSU. So we'll be serving at 4-2. We are in Altamont Springs, Florida. Top 16 teams got to make the trip here to Altamont Springs in the Sweet 16. Those duels were played here back on May 20th. Single elimination format all the way to today's national championship. To the twos. Blazers serving. Big wind up on the inside out. Had time to get to that forehand. Off the runaround, generating pace. Neutralizing. It was that attempt off the ground, and 3 credible chances to draw back level on serve for Washburn. It's been a shaky service game for the Blazers. Double faults away the break lead. And Washburn is right back in it, having won the last 2 games, and they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves as they head to the share down a game, a hold away from a 4-all score. Court 3, still 4-2 for VSU after a hold in game 6 for Washburn. Attacking relentlessly, and the transition confidence. Handles the return, and then while moving forward, takes on whatever is thrown his way and plays the right ball in the right place. Yeah. So that now is going to make it 40-30. Sometimes the live scoring is a little bit ahead of the action in real time. But a kicker, not enough time to get around to a clean swing on that backhand side, and that amounts to a service winner. 5-2 ahead. Move the Blazers on court number 3. We're on serve on court 1. We are on serve on court 2. Court 2 taking up the big box here. Cicchetti and Schneider. Cicchetti has been very reliable in singles as well. He's 17-2 in singles coming into today. We'll likely see him at that 4 spot where he has been residing for a while in the lineup. And in singles, he did clinch the win in singles over Barry in the Elite Eight. Blocks the backhand, moves in. Air on the charge forward for Washburn. They three-peated as MIAA GAC tournament champs. Got them an automatic bid into the NCAA postseason. A wonderful finish. Sculpting that ball right over the outstretched, flailed attempt of a overhead. Just out of reach of that racket. A lob winner. Puts added stress on this service game. 15-40. Right position to handle the volley. Saves a break chance. Taking ownership of the net would be Washburn. They have returned 10 players from last year's roster under Kirby Roning, who is their head coach, and it is year number 5 for him leading the program. Deciding point off just overhit forehand from behind the baseline by VSU. It's 4-all at the ones. Serving to remain in the match at the threes would be the Ichabod's. Washburn fights back, repels the break chances for 4-all. Huge statement and message sent at the twos for Washburn, but a match point creeping up, and a few of them at that, at the threes for VSU. Skier Batiste and Eskir Kier trying to close out this match at the threes. Lost at the threes in the NCAA quarterfinals. The University of Indianapolis dropped their match versus St. Leo in the regional final. Trying to get their team amid the right start if they can finish the job on this court. A faster moving second serve. What a little more aggressive than perhaps need be. A double fault ensues, and it is VSU at the threes, taking control and winning 6-2, the first set to finish of the 3 double sets being played here on the grounds in Altamont Springs, Florida. Life getting much easier now for Valdosta State in the fact that they only need, of the 2 remaining double sets that you're seeing on your screen now, the 1s and the 2s, Blazers need to win one of those to grab hold of the doubles point. Washburn needs to win both. Earl and James on the near side, with Washburn wearing the gray shirts. Number 1 doubles team in the nation. In active pursuit of a hold to stay the course in this tightly contested top flight of doubles. Big wind up and long. No thought of blocking, just driving at return. Hard to measure that one cleanly. And Vic and Taco, the 2 out here for Valdosta State. Double at an inopportune time for 15 all. Too shallow of the topspin lob, and it was gobbled up at the net easily. Two overheads and 2 putaways at the net here to move this game forward in favor of Washburn, 40-15. On this, and Earl, 14-8 in dual play. They're 4-3 against ranked doubles opponents. It's a matchup here between 2 top 5 doubles teams in the nation. Earl and James had a 5-match winning streak in April. They won their NCAA semifinal match yesterday to secure the doubles point for Washburn. Slight miscommunication leaves half the court open. Deciding point after a ball was exploited into the open court, finding the open space. Which takes us to a match point / set point. First one on this court today. The doubles point belongs to the Blazers. A monster return winner to what was quite a crescendo of a finish to win that doubles point. Winning first on court 3 and then solidifying the doubles point by taking out the number 1 doubles team in the nation, did Valdosta State, the number 1 team in the nation, courtesy of Taco and Van Vick, breaking in that last game and 6-4 in their favor. When we come back, we will bring to you the singles to start. 6 different singles matches. Stay with us here. This is Cross Court Cast presented by Crack Rackets, and you are watching the Division II Men's Tennis National Championship duel between Valdosta State and Washburn. We welcome you back to the national championship duel between the defending national champ, Valdosta State, number one team in the nation right now, top seed, taking the doubles point, facing Washburn, a team that is playing in their first ever national championship duel. Singles to go from here. With Daniel Westhoff, my producer, I'm Brian Fenley. 6 different singles matches to show you. This is the top flight of singles. Takeshi Tako serving for VSU. Number 2 ranked singles player in the nation. Taking on Tim Hames, 4th in the nation in singles. And these two in singles just faced off on this court in one doubles. Tako teamed up with Van Vick to win that double set, which was the clincher 6-4. Did so in 41 minutes. Spreading the ball well. The way he moved that forehand into, not through the court, but sideline breaking. Senior from Lima, Peru is Tako. He's won his last 15 completed matches, has not lost since February. 15-1 record. The native of Germany guessed right on where to play defense into that backhand corner. But could not come up with the right formula to get that down the line backhand to go on by and pass. Tako, he was rolling right along in this first service game. Hames, 16-7 in singles, 7-6 versus ranked singles players. One-point drop, that is it for Tako, who makes it a relatively time-efficient hold. One love in his favor. At a 6-1, 6-2 win in the NCAA semifinal for the 9th-ranked team, or over the 9th-ranked singles player in the country, Kyle Gais of Lubbock Christian. That was yesterday, as mentioned. To court 2. And we look at what's happening here for the first time. Baruch Eskirkir taking the opening game. 3rd of the nation he stands in singles. 5'11" senior from Argentina who still has another year of eligibility and will be headed to the University of Texas to play for the Vols next year. Facing Vasek Schneider, 8th in the nation in singles. Exploits the open space, capitalizing off a short ball with a winner off the approach. For reference, Valdosta State, they're wearing the white tees. Washburn wearing the gray tops. Schneider played 2 doubles, but went unfinished with Tommy Cicchetti. They were up 5-4 when the match was abandoned because Valdosta State had already accumulated doubles court wins on court 1 and court 3. For Skirkir, he's won his last 12 matches that finished 17-1 in dual play. Picked up a win on that third quarter doubles earlier today with Jan Skurbati, 6-2. Needed 40 minutes to win that first double set to end. Double fault. Skirkir and Skirbatis with that win in doubles on court 3. They improved to 15-5 in dual play on the season. On the year combined, Valdosta State 19-1 at the twos. They've only lost one match all dual season at the twos. Winning 90% of the finished matches this year at the twos, the Blazers have, and they have a 2-games-to-love lead on this second flight. As Skirkir has an early break lead at the threes. Edgar Destoué for VSU, the senior from France, 20th in the ITA rankings. He is facing Pavlos Parson, who also has broke inside the ITA rankings at 65 in the land, the 6'2 junior from Cyprus. He serves. With a 24-8 overall record on the year. His play style is not one that is going to beat you with pace. He's going to beat you with patience. He's going to make you want to get impatient, force things, and will use placement to move you around and wait until the proper time to then look to attack. Nothing rushed in his approach.
Yeah, come on. Let's go.
Parson lost a 3-double, 6-2. Won his singles match in the NCAA semifinal 6-1, 6-3 against UT Tyler. In that NCAA semifinals win against UT Tyler, both teams, when it came to singles, each won 3 sets. Right through the defenses of Parson goes that fiery forehand from Destoué, who is perfect on the year, 24-0. Senior from France, playing for his 3rd school. Has also suited up for University of Indianapolis and Nevada at the D1 level.
Yeah. Come on.
He's had his fair share, Destoué, of clinching duels as well. He clinched the duel in the NCAA quarterfinal against his former team. University of Indianapolis won a 3-setter. Clinched the duel love and 3 and a 2-setter in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Needless to say, as the forehand finds the net, looking to attack the corners of Parson, that Destoué has quite the proclivity for coming up with that requisite 4th point, which is what you need to win your duel. Every one of these 6 singles matches happening now constitutes a point. You win your match, you win a point. Washburn would need to win 4 singles matches to win the title, and Valdosta State just needs 3 because of the assistance and the leg up because of the doubles point converted on. They have met once before, these two teams, but it was more than 4 years ago. March 2021, Blazers won 4-0 at home. To the fours. where we meet Jerome Iaconi, sophomore from Perth, Australia, for Valdosta State on the far side. Facing Tommy Cicchetti. Ian Coney, one of two singles players in the lineup today for the Blazers who did not participate in doubles. The other one would be at the sixes, and we'll get there momentarily, with Julian Duatu, who clinched the match in the NCAA semifinal yesterday with his 2-set win. Duatu is a Frenchman. Coney, an Australian. Tommy Cicchetti, 6'1" sophomore from Italy. He's on the near side. He is 17-2, with 11 of those wins on court 4. Off balance backhands. One of them went out in that short-lived exchange. Cicchetti played two doubles with Vasek Schneider. They're up 5-4 when the match was abandoned because of the top flight and the third flight of doubles. Those courts already going to Valdosta State. And Cicchetti with a win over Barry to clinch. Barry, a team that forced Washburn to beat them into that final point. It was a 4-3 finish. Cicchetti clinched it on court 4 in that historic Elite 8 down to the wire finish. Right idea. It spreads the forehand too wide off of the dropping short in the court return. Use the down-the-line shots to turn the point towards him, but Cicchetti gets in his own way. A misfire off the forehand cross. It is at court 4 where Washburn, of all 6 flights of singles, where they have their best play, their highest winning percentage, combined as a team 18-3, which is an 86% winning percentage. Actually, I misspoke. That is the second highest winning percentage of a court. The first would be at the twos. We'll get back to the twos later on. Discussion being had there with the chair umpire. Presumably over line calls. Again, that's just a conjecture. Coming in authoritative fashion was Cicchetti. It was as if whatever was bugging him, whatever was frustrating him off the court, he used that and just vented on that forehand drive volley. You can see the patterns. He wants short balls. He wants to attack the backhand corner. The forehand behind the serve. Deciding point, a deuce point here off of the missed kick serve. Iacone, 8-7 in dual play. Did have wins in the NCAA postseason against St. Leo and Spring Hill College. But Iacone has been unfinished in his last 3 matches. That is out, so slightly long, a misjudgment on the backhand return, and what was a most coveted point, a deciding point, and it swings towards Cicchetti. 5th flight. This would feature for Washburn, Zeno Nairniak, 6'2" junior from Ukraine, facing Jan Eskurbatis, junior from Germany. Nairniak clinched the semifinal for Washburn in a 3-setter that went 1 hour and 41 minutes.
Let's go.
It was an interesting one to watch, and we had it on Cross Court Cast presented by Crack Rackets. You can watch the replay of that on NCAA.com. But Nairniak in the semifinal lost the first set 6-3. Then he wins 2 bagel sets on the second and third sets after the first set back. And it was that gave Washburn its 4th point and ticket to its first ever national championship duel. Forcing the slice backhand with less time to react. Started with the 2-hand backhand. Eskurbatis trying to get comfortable in that cross-court exchange. But then the added width forced the slice backhand attempt to coerce the air. At this 5 spot for Valdosta State, they're winning 80% of their completed matches on the air, 12-3. 5 of their 6 flights of singles, winning 80% of their matches or better. Both of these teams are extremely well-rounded as far as the amount of talent they have on their rosters. But for the Blazers to have the 2nd and 3rd ranked singles players in the nation taking up the 1s and 2s in singles, that's a big reason why usually the 1s is not your highest winning percentage of a court, just because of how contested it can be and you're getting the opposing team's best player. But one loss all year at the 1s for Valdosta State, court 1, and one loss all year at the 2s. So they are a combined 1s and 2s. They're 1-2 punch. 40-2 on the year. Goes to show you if those 1s and 2s are playing well, then Valdosta State, if they are playing well, the 1s and 2s, you like, if you're a Blazers fan, your prospects of where you stand in a duel as Eskurbatis came in. Trying to go with the forehand. .30 all is our tally. Ierniak, Elite Eight, lost to Barry's Adam Lynch at the 5, 6-1, 6-2. Better executed volley this time in the transition forward for Skurbatis. He's been, to his acknowledgement, hit or miss with the volley when he is advancing in the court. Opens up an opportunity to win that game off a brilliantly played tee serve to establish himself in the point from the get-go, and Skurbatis from 30-0 holds again for 3-2. At a sit-down they are here. We'll soon be showing you. Here is court 6. Julien Duatu, freshman from France, out here taking on a senior, and Matthew Earl, 6'2" senior from Dublin, Ireland. Earl played one doubles, and he's part of the first-ranked doubles team in the nation, but they got beat. They got upset today, which was the clinching doubles point. Won by the ones in doubles for VSU and Taco along with Van Vick. Duatu serves. He clinched his match and won it. Carried Valdosta State to the finish line in the semifinal with a two-setter, 4-1 for that 4th point. Packed a lot of punch behind that forehand that is overhit. That's Earl, 13-7 in dual play. His loss in the Elite Eight ended a 6-match winning streak. And this is his 8th straight match playing at the sixes for Earl. But just to catch you up to speed on what's happened so far, the doubles point going to Valdosta State with wins at the 3s and the 1s. All 6 singles matches still in their first sets. Valdosta State in their semifinal win against Lubbock Christian for Love Blazers won all 6 of their first sets. Picked up singles victories on courts 1, 3, and 6. You might recall last year, VSU, they won it all, but they weren't the number 1 overall seed. They were the 2 seed. They beat Flagler College last May 4-3, and Flagler College last year was the 1 seed. Came down to the final court. I'm interested to see if we have that level of drama that plays out for us in this 2025 iteration, where we go back to the top flight, and Takeshi Tako has not lost all postseason, playing true to form now. Ames plops the forehand into that corner. Since the NCAA postseason started, 5 matches played for Taco during it. He's 4-0. All 4 of his wins were straight setters, never giving up more than 4 games in any one of his sets. And then there was 1 match that went unfinished for him, and that was in the regional final against St. Leo. Just to give you a grander perspective in how reliable and what level he is playing at right now when it is needed most. Blazers team that features 3 ranked players inside the top 20 in the nation. Ames misses on that forehand. He's top 5 in the nation in singles. Number 4, stated that before. He went unfinished in the NCAA semifinal. It was 1-1 in the third set. He was taken on 17th ranked Artyom Dorofeev when it was abandoned the match. Attacking corners is Takeshi Tako. Can fulfill his hopes of holding with a .1 here. He's got 2 game points to salt away the first set. On a scoring tear. Winning points in a variety of different ways is Taco, in winning sets as well. Hasn't dropped a set all postseason long. Picks up right where he left off in the NCAA semifinal with another first set triumph. Edgar Destue looking to mimic what Taco did at the ones with the same scoring of a first set, where he's up 5-1 here against Pavlos Parson. Washburn, and shout out to their sports information office because they pointed this out, which was really cool to know. They are the first team out of the Central Time Zone to advance to the men's national championship since Drury in 2002. It's been a national championship at Division II that has been dominated with teams in the Eastern Time Zone. A miss hit with the forehand. Got around to a lot of those forehands, did Parson, which is what he likes. Thinks that gives him a matchup advantage in a point. But with that error, it is a painful one because it does add on to what he's trying to do and keep this first set going. But feeling the ire of set points for his opponent at 40-30.
No, let's go. Come on.
Well, coming in from the other court, I think we might have to replay this. But if you think about it, you look at the prior history of national champions. Valdosta State won it all last year. Excluding the COVID year 2020, Barry won the national championship 2019 through 2023. So there was a 4-year run for them. West Florida 2017, Columbus State 2018. Second set point for Destue.
Yes! There you go, 3 boys. Let's go. Come on.
Parson keeps himself alive in set one. Trouble in transition in the movement forward for Destui as he airs. Matthew Earl having Duatu's number at the sixes. Duatu serving to keep his hopes alive in a first set. This has been a staple for holding Division II national championships here in Altamont Springs. A beautiful venue. Game point for Duatu. Set point coming up. Matthew Earl works some heroics off the ground. Deciding point makes this a most momentous moment at the sixes. In what is the 13th playing of the national championship in Altamont Springs since 2003. Back-to-back years they've had the event here as well. Rushed slightly on the forehand wing. Duatu is not out of this first set yet. Earl to serve at 5-3. We'll make the split boxes here for you. Parson winning game 7 on court 3. He is 17-4 in dual play and 14-4 on court number 3. Destui is playing so conservatively with his return position, you cannot even see him in camera on your screen. Channeling his inner Daniil Medvedev in where he's returning. Out was the call. That one was close. What are they going with here? I guess they're going to go with the cross-court attempt that it missed, but that was awfully close. I would have loved to have seen another look at that one. Destui can close out the first set. As Parson suffering from some service woes here just by looking at the score, 15-40. Giving him more time to read serves. That has been a tactic that apparently has been working here for Destui. The other thing is he's finding length even from playing so far back. And that helps the cause for him as he wraps up the first set on his terms. Earl had a set point with Duatu serving in that 2-5 game. Now Duatu has break chances, 3 of them, to get back on serve.
Yeah.
Had to really go for that shot. Nothing conservative. Has to find that sweet spot between aggression with his play, but not overt risk-taking where he gets in his own way with self-induced errors. Not the easiest of harmonies to find. Is that an ace off the tee serve? Nope. Second serve coming up. Lets are in play, by the way. Two games in a row, one for Duatu from down 5-2. He is a hold away from 5-all, having already saved the set point in that, as mentioned, that 2-5 serve game off a deciding point, and comes right back after that, building in confidence and raising his level with a break of serve in that 9th game. We're playing a 9th game here on court 5. Scarbattis trailing. Scarbattis headed to play University of New Mexico next year. Themselves some shorter balls in that rally that could have been attackable. Scarbattis needing to hone in on better the length and finding more depth off the ground, leaving a lot of those groundies bouncing inside the service box. Love 15. $15-all. First set to finish was on court number 1. It was won 6-1 for Taco of Valdosta State. Trying to pin that forehand inside out into the corner. But missing was Nierniak. 13-2 in dual play. He's played the 4s, the 5s, and the 6s this year. Transfer from William Woods, which is an NAIA powerhouse. Two gets a point on the board in game number 10, 15-30 against Matthew Earl. Never felt fully confident and committed to that backhand. Drops it short, does do it too. Set points for Earl.
Coming.
Went for a forehand and took a big cut at it. Kept it in the court. Arrow getting broken in game 9. To having to fight hard to protect his serve. Second set point. Backhand sort of let him down there in that game. A few misses on that wing, and it's Earl who exacts revenge. And off the re-break, comes up with the first set after dropping games 8 and 9. Here's game 10 on court 2. On serve, Skierkier and Schneider. Pumps the forehand out. Washburn there in the gray on this court. Gray top. Skierkier wearing the white tee. Schneider, team leader with 31 singles victories this year. That is a new program record. Set that record with his win in the NCAA semifinals over 7th-ranked Carl Wessel, 6'4", 6'1", of UT Tyler. Jumping all over that backhand to put it 30-all. Washburn won their conference championship and wins in the Central Regional Final against Southern Arkansas. And 3 wins to get into the national championship. 3 wins during this run at the final site. If you were with us yesterday, and again, you can watch that semifinal, Washburn versus UT Tyler. It's going to be on NCAA.com. If Nayerniak at the 5s did not clinch, we could have been going the distance, and we could have been playing to that final court, because UT Tyler had different courts where they were starting to make a run. But it will stand on the scoreboard as a 4-love win. Striking the net cord and long. That baseline strike. At the 2s for Washburn, this is where they are at their best. They're a combined 23-2 as a team in completed matches on court 2. That is a winning percentage 92%. But if I told you that that still wasn't as good as what the twos are at this deciding point coming up, get to my point in a minute. Feeling the love from his teammates. Schneider breaks in Game 10, stunning Skierkier to cement the first set in his favor. And I did want to bring up that point because at the twos all year long for Valdosta State, they have a 95% winning percentage. Just one loss all season long on court two. And they have just dropped the first set, just to show you they rarely are ever in a position like they are right now on that court. Court 4. As we hop over there, Jerome Ioconi, the Australian, facing the Italian, Tommy Cicchetti. In the most improbable of ways, the easiest of putaways, just coming up short. 4-all is where we stand. Easy one to cash in on at the net. Iaconi could not quite come up with the right formula there ahead in the point. Getting word on site, there might be a lightning delay coming soon. You can see how the cloud coverage has changed. And cloudier skies. Not really sure what's going on here. We don't really see rain. Guess we're going to keep playing. Court 1. James, what a turnaround for him after the disappointment that he must have felt with the way things ended for him in the first set. That's Taco on the near side. Aces for a 4-1 lead. And just to put into words the situation with the weather, if that becomes a problem, as it's understood, if there is a lightning strike within an 8-mile radius of these courts, then that would cause a 30-minute delay with every strike. But we are still good to play for now.
Let's go.
Parson trying to put the past of the first set behind him and the woes he felt, as he's going to move ahead 2-love in set 2 against Edgar Destue. Make that 40-30, so not quite a 2-love lead. Soaking it up with the forehand, following a forehand into the corner forward. The approach, the footwork, the split step, and the conversion at the net puts Parson up 2-0 in the second set. Turning to court 1. Takeshi Tako running into some turbulence. Down 4-1 in set 2. He comes into this match winning his last 15 completed matches. Lots of open court. Overextending himself was Tako, and James finds the space. Puts the forehand where it needs to be. Jumping all over this service game is James, who used the T-serve ace to pick up another hold to go up 4-1 in the second set. That is wide from Tako. The breakpoint-minded James will have chances to expand his second set lead even more. Having to hit out wide, a backhand wide, having to be hit. Slightly sped up on that side to allow Tako to play a 5th point in this game. James, a juxtaposition of the first set as he has been carrying the metaphoric baton in set 2. A level increase for him. Extremely noticeable on court after set 1. With an open runway to close out the second set here and force a third if he can win this service game. That comes as a surprise, a forehand read that was ridiculously impressive. Tako wins it on the second shot of the rally. Definitely winning the race for more aces. James. Number 4 ranked player in the nation. These are 2 players that are top 5 in the nation in Division II in singles. Up to meet the ball in the court and drives the backhand with his first backhand for a winner. It's like the rain is starting to come down. If I'm not mistaken. See some little flashes of droplets in the screen. We'll keep playing. Ahmez, I'm sure he'd like to win this game and win this set, not have to think about it if we do have a weather delay, and just get this second set over with. 40-15. And he looks over at his team, and a rallying cry from James as he has turned this match upside down with an inspiring second set effort from him to bring about a deciding set. Trying to dry some of those lines. You can see the sun is out, so that's encouraging, as if to suggest that we don't have too much in the form of rain to deal with. I don't want to jinx myself. Arson serving 30-40. Clinging to his hopes of holding is Parson, as he earns a deciding point. It is 92 degrees, by the way, and if you're not there in Altamont Springs. Partly cloudy skies. Humidity is at 44%. Very little wind. Hardly noticeable. Are we going to have a mini delay here? It looks like we might have a slight weather postponement. Yeah, a little bit of weather to deal with now. Some stubborn and fickle rain has made its entrance. So a weather postponement. Players are staying on the court. Also keeping an eye and seeing if it's just rain or is there any sort of lightning to deal with. But these are the type of weather conditions where it can turn so fast, and then it can turn back to being tennis-friendly weather so fast again. And as you can see, all the courts are vacated for the moment. Players are staying on the court. So we'll step aside for a moment, if we may, which will give us a chance to figure out what is going on. Stay with us on the stream here. We see the sun poking out of the skies, so hopefully it won't be long before we're returning to action. For my producer, Daniel Westhoff, I'm Brian Fenley. You are watching the Division II National Championship match from Altamont Springs, Florida. Valdosta State against Washburn, with the Blazers leading 1-0 in the dual score. Very little in the form of a weather delay. We are back at it here. Good 2 to 3 minutes. Little rain, that stopped. No rain in the forecast, and we're back at it playing. This is the threes. This is the Division II NCAA National Championship duel from Altamont Springs, Florida. Valdosta State looking to defend their national title. They're up 1-love in the dual score against Washburn. For my producer, Daniel Westhoff, I'm Brian Fenley. 6 singles matches to monitor now. The team to get to 4 points will win the national championship. This court 3 is Edgar Destue and Pavlos Parson. Parson is on the far end. He is wearing the light blue shirt. He's a 6'2" junior from Cyprus for Washburn. Destue, senior from France. Hasn't lost all season long. He's 24-0 in dual play. 20th in the nation in singles. The Frenchman Destue, NCAA championships, his resume, clinched the duel in the quarterfinal. Picked up a win 6-3, 6-1 in the semifinal. Clinched the duel in the Sweet 16, clinched the duel in the regional final. He has a knack for playing his best when his team needs it the most for that most important 4th point. Attacking the corners and testing the defense of Parson. First on the forehand side to elicit the short ball. And goes big right into that backhand corner of the native of Cyprus to withstand his defenses. Game points galore, 40-love. Off balance, no problem for Destue, who closes out a love hold with a riveting strike down the line to move to within a game of Parson in set number 2. So that is where we are at the threes. There's only one match of the 6 singles matches that hasn't finished the first set. That's on court number 4, and that is exactly where we are going now. Valdosta State has a set point. Jerome Iaconi trying to put the clamps down on a first frame against Tony Cicchetti. Survives the onslaught of backhands from Cicchetti. It's Iaconi. Confirms the first set in his favor, 6-4. Started out with two-handers, then went to the slice, inviting on Cicchetti a little bit, who got more aggressive off the slice, but still it's the unforced errors of the more offensive player, Cicchetti, who sees that to his detriment, dropping the first set. To the 6th spot we go. Matthew Earl versus Julian Duatu. One incredible response, sharp cross from Earl, senior from Dublin, Ireland. No rain, no lightning for now. Just had a minor rain delay of about 3 minutes. Players all stayed on the court during that interruption. That's Duato playing a heavy ball to Earl's backhand, subduing the two-hander by that type of shot making. Game point for 3-1. Excuse me, Duato is... Yeah, game point. Yeah, game point for 3-1 it was. Got thrown off by that little dot. Usually that indicates the server, but Duatu was the server. To the 5s. Mazzino Irniak, 6'2", junior from Ukraine. Receiving against Jan Eskurbatis. He's a junior from Germany. He's 4-1 at the 5s during this dual season and is 10-3 overall in dual play semifinal. Won the first set at the 5, 6-2. They were mid tiebreak set in the second when that match was abandoned because the 4th point was already picked up by a fellow singles player for the Blazers. Irniak clinched for his team in the semifinal. Lost control of the first set 6-3. Then put the pass behind him. Blank slate. Rattle off 2 bagel sets. Sets 2 and 3. Losing the point in an offensive position. Skarbatis. $15 all at the 5s. Where Washburn is 14-5 at the 5s this year. 74% winning percentage. Using an out wide serve. That's Nahirniak on the far side. He's the one serving. Batiste. Tough to read a serve coming in like that on the slider. 40-15. Finding depth behind the forehand. Placing that one, planting that forehand at the feet. Looks like we're at 30 all here. Valdosta State seeking its 4th national championship in program history. Washburn has never won one. For Washburn, it's also the first time they've ever played in a national championship duel. The Ichabods. Nahirniak trying to add on to his lead in set 2. Washburn as the 7th seed. They're ranked number 9 in the nation. 23-3. They've won 13 duels in a row. Which usually is eye-catching, but pales in comparison to the Blazers, who come in winning 41 straight matches. Looking to defend their national championship from a season ago. Deciding point on court 5. Has been tempted to go for too much in the cross-court pattern on the ad side, and a few misses in baseline exchanges, trying to find some added width that hasn't been there. As we head back over to court 3. Arson won the first 3 games of set number 2. 30 all in game 7. Washburn, based in Topeka, Kansas. About 5,000 undergrad students and 700 grad students. I'm sure a strong contingent of those from Topeka are watching intently on what happens here today in Florida. We will have our women's final, by the way, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Official at time. So we'll have that for you as well. Cross-court cast presented by Crack Rackets. It's across the court and a winner there. And Destue is working his way back. After a slow start for him after his first set triumph. But it will be in the women's final tomorrow, which we'll have complete coverage of. Nova Southeastern taking on Berry. Those two meeting in the national championship for the 3rd straight year. Nova Southeastern won it all in 2024. Berry did so in 2023. Here's Taco, 3-1 in the 3rd. What a rip and a flick of the wrist to withstand the net charging James. Slightly moved forward on that left side of the court, which gave a window there for Taco to try and fit in a cross court. It's that cross ball, 15 love. He's got two inners on that wing to start. An encouraging start at that in game 5 for him of this third set. Dropped the second set. That's the first time he's dropped the set in what is his 5th NCAA postseason match. Depth. Finding it on the forehand, and just as good as a winner. A tough ball to take on. James forced into airing off of Taco's depth-filled baseline strikes. Inching closer to 4-1. A changeup. Moves forward behind the serve this time. James did not see that coming. Taco regaining his confidence. Finding that form that was at a high level in the first set. 4-1 ahead. Court 5, Nahirniak. He's been a key catalyst for Washburn. .62 junior from Ukraine. Forehand cross just has not been the shot today for Skurbatis. Instead of playing more of a neutral ball, he feels tempted and baited to go for more in that cross court, and he has to. And he's suffering the consequences of some unforced errors with that type of shot. You've seen it here on screen here, the way he's gone about playing points in the second set. A slight touch of rain coming back down. You might be able to see it from the camera. Nothing heavy. And you go on the radar, and we've been looking at the radar. There's not really any rain to notice, but still enough to come down slightly. We did have like a 2 to 3 minute rain delay about 20 minutes or so ago. Players stayed on the court. .30 all.
Come on!
Skurbatis getting in his way with these airs off the ground. It's not And Skarbatis is giving up winners. It's the fact that he's giving up points with unforced errors. Nahirniak, game points for 5-2. The man who clinched the NCAA semifinal for Washburn with that 4.1 is one game away from giving Washburn their first point won in the national championship in regards to the overall dual score. Ames near side, Taco on the far side, stretching out Taco, getting him to air. Under siege on that forehand corner. These two players, top 5 in the nation in singles. Ames, number 4, Taco, number 2. Hurries up to the ball to take time away, and a delicate little touch. Implementing the underrated hand skills that Hamas has. Part of the number 1 doubles team in the nation, teamed up with Matthew Earl earlier today. They lost. They gave up the doubles point by falling on court 1. Parson looking to join Ames and Taco in bringing on a third set. Set points against the serving Destue. It's 1, 3, and 5 on your screen because one game away is Nayerniak from closing out a 2-setter for Washburn at the 5s. It's bottom left of your screen. Jan Eskurbatis is serving 2-5, down a set on court 5. So we're headed to a third set, by the way, on court number 3 in the meantime. Our second 3-setter, also one on court 1, 15 all, Nahirniak and Skarbatis. Skarbatis would love to force a third set, but he can't lose another game right now or else his match is done. Jan hearing it from his coach, getting up 30-15. Taco has a sizable lead on court 1. Skarbatis zeroing in on holding while on court 1. Taco serving 15 all. Miss. Disrespecting that serve with how powerful a strike he got off the return. Scarpattis needs a hole to stay alive on court number 5. He's got to manage his game a little bit better. He'd be the first to mention that to you. He's been suffering with more unforced errors than his opponent. If he can keep the ball in play, his chances only improve. Scarpattis trying to rev himself up, pump himself up, charged up after winning a point at the net after the deployment of the serve and volley, as the rain now comes down a little bit harder. Periodically, we're getting appearances from the rain. Nothing extremely significant. We will have a slight pause here. The rain is coming down a little bit more vigorously. Second rain delay, and both times it's come in the middle of the singles portion of the broadcast. No lightning, and our Chris Alioris is on site. Hopefully he has an umbrella. He's been working extremely hard all week here. So we've got players, they're going to remain on court, which is usually a good sign. And if we are able to take a look at the hour-by-hour weather in Altamont Springs, which is on the outskirts of Orlando, scattered thunderstorms here, in and out, but nothing more than scattered. And you look at the hour-by-hour forecast, that if it's going to come down harder, it probably would happen between 3:30 and 3:45 Eastern time. So anyway, we'll step aside for a moment, and as soon as play continues, we'll have it for you. And don't forget to follow Crack Rackets on all social media platforms, X and Instagram and YouTube, you name it, for the latest in coverage of college tennis and beyond. For Dana Westhoff, I'm Brian Fenley. Back with you shortly from Altamont Springs, Florida, where the national championship is amid its second weather delay, with Valdosta State ahead 1-0 against Washburn. Not long of a weather delay. We're back at it here after about 5 or so, maybe 6 minutes. And at the ones, national championship continues on. Takeshi Tako is 1 point away from another win. He hasn't lost at all during now what is his 5th match of the NCAA postseason. Tim Ames, 6'3" senior from Germany, 4th-ranked player in the nation in singles, feeling the pressure against the number 2 ranked singles player in the nation.
Let's go!
A riveting put away who sat on that serve, undercutting the serve and volley hopes of Taco. Made a jaunt to go forward, only for that plan to backfire immediately. Deciding point. The winning streak for Taco extends to 16. None bigger than this one to put Valdosta State up 2-0 in the national championship. Coming back from a tough second set and winning his fourth 6-1 set of the postseason. His first three-setter that he has won this postseason as well. At the fives, Skurbatis and Nahirniak. Nahirniak has match points. 40-love is our score. Had the clinching win yesterday in the NCAA semifinal. He's just trying to get Washburn, on the board to cut the deficit in half. Double bounces and the play to come forward works. Now Herniak has Washburn on the board. He's trying to pump up his team as he wins a two-setter at the fives for the Ichabods. Finding pace off the forehand and then a delayed run forward at the net to solve the point to the sixes. Sixth and final flight. Julian Duatu and Matthew Earl. Earl won the first set 6-4. Duatu is up 5-3 in the second set. 30-all is the game score, as you can see there. We had two mini weather delays, both of them happening during the singles portion, both of them no longer than 6 or 7 minutes. An aggressive ploy with the forehand, pinpointing that corner. The undue risk-taking hinders Earl, who's on the wrong side of set points in game number 9 of set 2.
Ouch.
The single-hander is called out, so we are due a third set. 2-2, courageously battling back to open the door to a deciding set. At the twos, 6-4, Schneider over Skierkier. 4 games apiece at number 2. 5-4 goes Vasek Snyder. 6'2" sophomore from Czech Republic. Washburn is a game away from making it 2-all in the dual score. Valdosta State up early on court number 3. Already dropping a service game. Parson in set number 3. Stue and Parson. Parson, 6'2" junior from Cyprus. Stue, senior from France. Under siege on that backhand side with pace-laden inside-out forehands from Parson. To level for 15-all. Parson goes up 30-15. Doubles point going to Valdosta State with wins at the 1s and the 3s. And then Takashi Tako going up 2-love, helping Valdosta State go up 2-love with this win at the 1s. And singles, Washburn then strikes back at the 5s. And they're looking to add to their run to make it a second straight point. Skierkier serving with the hopes of holding, clinging on to his prospects in this match. Marush Skierkier, 12-match winning streak coming in. It was Skierkier who won the 3 doubles set with Jan Skierbatis. That was the first double set to end at court 3, 6-2. And then at the 1s, 1 doubles, it was Taco 6-4 with Van Vick to clinch the doubles point. Each team has 4 singles players that played doubles as well, 2 on each that did not partake in doubles. Schneider has match points. to make it 2-all and to take the lead away from Valdosta State if he wins this point and the match. An incredible return. A sound finish down the line. Punctuates a fine, stellar level for Schneider to carry Washburn to a 2-all dual score. We are all tied. Back-to-back points won in singles for the Ichabods. First at the 5s, Narniak. Now at the 2s, Schneider. The one singles match won for Valdosta State was at the 1s. And for the first time all NCAA postseason, Valdosta State has lost a second point in a duel. They had never lost more than one until today in 2025. Again, the defending national champs, and they've won 41 matches in a row, 25-0 record in 2025. We'll take you to the 4s. Cicchetti, aspirational about forcing a third set. Sophomore from Italy. He's got Jerome Iaconi, sophomore from Australia, across the net. Right in the middle of the service box. That will be attackable. Big time return of a slow-moving second serve right in the strike zone of Cicchetti. Iaconi serving here near side. Found a short ball off a made first serve. Came in with that attacking mindset. .30-40 for the Australian, unfinished in his last 3 matches, but does have 2 wins during the NCAA postseason. Mixing it up, moving forward, but hindered by the dipper, and the half volley try skids wide. Iaconi staying the course with the deciding point. Cicchetti makes a big step forward in hatching a third set. At the 4s for Valdosta State. It's their lowest court winning percentage-wise. They're 12-5 combined on the year, 71%. They are a combined 40-2 on the year on courts 1 and 2. Just incredible level that they brandish at the 2 top flights.
Right.
We were going to replay that point. Might have had a ball come in from another court. Not enough depth attached to that lob. Ianconè will take matters into his own hands as he curls the slam, the smash out wide in the court, though, and away from Cicchetti. It's the width that stops the transition move in its tracks. Cicchetti has a knack for wanting to come forward, but he has been caught in no man's land a few times. 30, Love 30 up as the returner, Ianconè. Keeping the pressure on. Cicchetti has been moving around Ianconè, but wants to come forward, but is hesitant now because of a few times where it hasn't worked out in some recent points. Great chances, and many of them for the Australian. That's another pass and another net trip nullified by Ianconè, who points over to his team and coaching staff and says, would you have a look at that? 5-2, Cicchetti. Service game to close out that second set was not up to his normal standards. Estue won the first two games. 4-1 now in front in the third set. We've got court 4, court 6, and court 3, the three remaining singles matches. Everything will be hinging on the outcomes of these courts to decide our national champion. Will it be Valdosta State winning their fourth, or will it be Washburn taking their first ever natty? If you look at where we are in terms of these three different courts, a lead on court 3 for Valdosta State could be headed potentially to a third set on court 4, and we're early goings in the third set on court 6. These teams have met only once in their past. It was 2021 March. Blazers won 4-love. At that point, Washburn was number 21 in the nation, and Valdosta State was number 7. They meet this go-around with the stakes a lot higher, with Valdosta State number 1 in the nation and Washburn number 9. Still a serving with confidence, 30-15. Only undefeated player in singles on the roster here for Valdosta State. Let's do a 24-0 in dual play. He has won 8 bagel sets as well. All. Parson finds depth to outlast Estue in the baseline scuffle. Estue 5-0 in the NCAA championships. First 4 wins. Make it first 5 wins. 4 of the 5 wins. He's 5-0 in the NCAA championships. 4 in 2 sets. There to cover the line, and he's there accepting the adulation with his arms out, looking for the love from his team. Had a 3-set win Estue in the NCAA quarterfinal versus University of Indianapolis. Did clinch the duel with that win. He's had 3 different matches where he's clinched the duel in the NCAAs. Game point, missed out on as the forehand ends up short. Now to what can best be termed a nerve-wracking deciding point. 2 and 5-1. Where are we going off this point? That is long from Parson. That is long from Estue. Was able to fit a backhand volley just inside the baseline. Played a safe overhead through the middle of the court, but did escape with the point. But definitely did not go for much risk-taking on the overhead, and that could have worked against him. But he does manage to win that point. Cicchetti 5-3. He wants to close out the second set. Quietly at the 6s. Chance to go up 3-love. Valdosta State. Let's do a 2, serving bottom left screen. Two had the clincher with his 2-set win in the NCAA semifinal on court 6 against Lubbock Christian, which was Lubbock Christian's deepest postseason run in program history. Both points for Washburn off singles match victories. He's coming at the 2s and the 5s. Vasek Schneider and Zeno Narierniak. Cicchetti misses as he was moving forward. Having a hard time grappling with the fact that that one wasn't in. 15 all. Matthew Earl is in a bit of a predicament, down 3-0 in a third set. There's still a 4-2 in front in a third set. So Valdosta State has leads in deciding sets on 2 courts. Whichever one of these teams wins the 2 of 3 remaining singles matches is your national champ. Cicchetti falling behind on the serve. He's wearing the gray top on court 4, 15-30. And Coney making a statement here as the returner. If we do go to a third set on court 4, it would be the 4th third set to be played, 4th deciding set. Here's one of the 3 on court number 3. Destoué versus Parson. Deciding point, Destoué missing out just there on closing out the game. That was huge because it's a double fault and a 5-2 lead, a gift. Destoué will be in position to serve out on that third court. So I might have misspoke. It was 2 game points for Parson, and he could not capitalize on either one of them. Or no, it was 30-40 and then got to the deciding point only to double fault, excuse me. And Coney still up in this 9th game on court 4. Backhands, beautiful ones at that for Cicchetti. Inducing damage down the line, and the finisher. Burying the ball deep into that corner, hard cross. And I guess, apologize that the scoring now is catching up with itself. So Cicchetti does force the third set. So that's the 4th deciding set to be played today in this national championship. Parson, bottom of your screen at the 3s, the 6'2 junior from Cyprus who won his NCAA semifinal match 1-3. Double faulted in game 7 to allow Edgar Destoué paved path to serving out the match. Senior from France, 20th in the nation. Looking to go to 25-0, his record this year with a win. Valdosta State as a team is currently 25-0. They're the only undefeated team, the Blazers, in the nation. But they weren't always number one. In fact, they dropped down to as low as 6th in the nation during the season, the Blazers, despite the fact they never lost a match. For almost 2 months during the season, West Florida was number one. But once Valdosta State beat West Florida in late April for the Gulf South Conference Championship, West Florida lost that top spot, and it was the Blazers coming in, and they've not relinquished that top spot since. Match points for Valdosta State. Not over yet. After Destue goes long. 40-15. He's one of 3 ranked singles players inside the top 20 for the Blazers. Yeah! 3-2, Valdosta State moves ahead again. Parsons' backhand checks up short. Edgar Destue feeling celebratory as his undefeated individual season continues. 25-0. Unreal. Winning his second 3-setter of the NCAA championships. What a steady force at the threes he has been, where Valdosta State is 22-4 combined at the threes this year. At the sixes, they are winning 86, make it 88% of their matches, 14-2 coming into today. 4-1 in front goes Duatu, who won his first 3 games of the third frame. Matthew Earl got a hold on the board in game 4, followed by a game 1 on serve for Duatu in game 5. So all we have left, these 2 courts. Duatu, freshman from France. As Valdosta State in the lead firmly on court 6. They need one more match to go their way to defend their national championship from a season ago. Washburn needs both matches to go their way. But trailing by a break in the deciding set, Matthew Earl, the senior from Dublin, Ireland. Washburn looking for some late match heroics from him. will be our fully focused screen for the time being. Smoothly done. Progressing forward and shutting down the line with the well-equipped look at a forehand volley winner. Matthew Earl, 14 wins he's looking for. He's 13-7 in dual play coming into today. Playing his 8th straight match at the Sixes. Also part of the number 1 ranked doubles team with Tim Hames. They were beaten to give Valdosta State the doubles point. That was the second double set to finish. A clincher at the ones. Washburn, 7th seed, but number 9 in the nation. Humongous wins for them to get into this first-time visit to a national championship. No win bigger on the resume, if you will. The Elite 8 victory that Washburn had against Barry 4-3. Tommy Cicchetti clinched the win on court 4. He is still in play, about to start a third set. Matthew Earl doesn't mess around and doesn't waste much time as he holds for 4-2. Duatu to the line at 4-2. NCAA championships his record. Winning a 2-setter in the semifinal, winning a 3-setter in the quarterfinal. So won in the regional final. Earl up early. Duatu, only a freshman. He's the only freshman in the singles lineup for the Blazers. A fist pump from him as he watches his opponent air. Four of the 6 singles players for Valdosta State are upperclassmen. But it could be the first-year man looking to have the final say. Marginally out. Floater misses. First time all postseason that Valdosta State has given up a second point to a team, but they are leading 3-2. They went up 2-love and lost back-to-back singles matches for 2-all. Regained the lead for 3-2. What a time to go with some big risk-taking. Earl capitalizes. Runs a winner. Pass to a 2 for 30 all. Game points for the Frenchman. Out is the call, and it's reaffirmed by our chair umpire. Despite a protest from Earl, you could hear him making the audible call out. (5-2). Began the third set up 3-0 and leads by 3 games, 5-2. Third set just getting underway, and our only other match that is still going on. Cicchetti and Ian Coney. We've had 2 minor delays with rain. None more than 7 minutes taken to resume play. After winning the doubles point, Valdosta State got on the board first in singles with Takeshi Tako 6-1-1-6-6-1. Go up to love. Then responding at the 5s, Washburn's Zeno Nahirniak 6-3-6-3. Tying it up at 2-all with the win at the 2s. Delay. Then at the 3s, put Valdosta State back in front, 3-2, and that's where we are, and that's where we stand at this juncture. As we do have a lightning delay. That means, yes, a lightning delay means that a 30-minute delay is going to be the case. And any case that the lightning strikes within an 8-mile radius, 30 minutes is the delay time. And every time a strike happens, they reset the 30 minutes. So with that said, we're going to have to wait this out a little bit longer. For Daniel Westhoff, my producer, I'm Brian Finley. Stay with us for the latest updates. And soon enough, hopefully not too long from now, we'll be able to finish off and play out this intense battle for a national championship. Valdosta State right now in front, looking for their title defense. 3-2 ahead of Washburn. We are back, ready to resume after 2+ hours of rain. It's the national championship from Altamont Springs, Florida. Washburn versus Valdosta State. Blazers ahead 3-2. Matthew Earl serving on court 6, 2-5. Down for Washburn. Diaz taking on Julien Duatu, freshman from France. Just the 4s and the 6s remain. Valdosta State took the doubles point, then they won the first singles match at the 1s. Takeshi Tako did it in 3 sets. Then wins at the 5s and the 2s in singles for Washburn. It started with Zeno Nierniak and then Vasek Schneider. Breaking the 2-all tie would be the court 3 win for Edgar Destue to put Valdosta State up 3-2, looking to defend their national title. Sneaks it on by the backhand. The backhand volley attempt from Earl. Victim of the cross-court pass.
Check. Check. Go check it.
Wasn't a dictating posture with the forehand, the cross court doing damage to set up the inside in, but the inside in let him down. The down the line was available. There was an opening. He was invited on, but could not execute it. 15-30 behind is Earl, the 6'2 senior from Dublin, Ireland. Washburn playing in their first ever national championship match. Had an answer for everything that was coming his way. Julian Duatu clinched the NCAA semifinal and is a point away from the biggest match he's ever won in his life. Gutsy serve placement to take out the return and further this game. Earl fell behind an early break. Was down 3-0 in this third set and has been playing catch-up ever since. Second match point. The title defense is actualized. Back-to-back years, Valdosta State wins the Natty, spoiling the first ever trip into the national championship match for Washburn as they go down 4-2. Matthew Earl lost control of a forehand inside out as the match was cemented by a freshman, Duatu, who ironically wasn't even on the team when they won the national championship last year, but he does it as a first-year player in back-to-back years. It's the fourth ever national championship for Valdosta State. They were preseason number one, and they will finish number one. 26-0 their year ends. And that makes it 42 straight matches where they have won. An incredible run for them that they hope to take into 2026. That will conclude after 3 rain delays. The third one was the longest. It was 2 hours plus. Valdosta State, your champ. You can watch the whole replay on NCAA.com. But for now, saying goodbye for our on-site representation, Chris Alioris with Crack Rackets. Could not have done this without him. Producer Daniel Westoff and the rest of the outstanding Crack Rackets team. I'm Brian Fenley. The Division II national champs, Valdosta State, staying with the Blazers. Back-to-back years, they triumph.
Vasek Schneider. Pavlos Parson. Tommy Cicchetti. Zeno Nairniak. Matthew Earl. Moritz Piper. Graham Ferris. And Mason Baird. Now the coaching staff for the Ichabod's. Volunteer assistant coach Kurt Reed.
Yeah.
Graduate assistant coach Santiago Rendon. And head coach Kirby Ronning.
Right here, Coach. Thank you. Head coach.
At this time, will the team captains please come forward and accept the National Runner-Up Team Trophy.
All right, guys, here we go.
And we go ahead and get everyone in there.
Congratulations again to the Washburn Ichabod on a wonderful season and a great performance here at the 2025 NCAA Division II Men's Tennis Championships.
You want to pull this back?
Yeah, can we?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the live stream. So.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Right there. That's more than enough.
Okay.
Good. All right, guys, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you.
One more for me, one more for me here, please. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, boys.
If you guys want to take some pictures, go for it. We've got boxes for you guys to bring it back in your luggage. If you guys want to take pictures, go for it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
They're doing Valdosta State.
Yeah. We can only know.
Slate stream on the live
He's announcing it. There's a microphone.
Somebody behind the glass door over there.
Okay, yeah. I'd love to have the correct spelling of everybody's name. I assume he has it.
Are you needing spellings for them?
Yeah. I gotta caption their names.
Okay. I can show you the website where to go.
That was, yeah, I would, first check was gonna be Google unless he has something really easy, but. Where's the trophy? Where's the trophy?
Let's go.
We need that finger heavy, man. For real, where's the trophy? Oh, really?
You just let us know you're ready for a award.
Yeah, then you do all you want. Yeah.
Whenever you guys get done, you have the boxes for your trophies to go in.
Maybe at the when we
And
do
then we
the group
also have
picture.
watches for all you guys.
Oh, thank you.
So get those afterwards. We'll just do the small trophy first. Okay?
And now, presenting the 2025 NCAA Division II Men's Tennis National Champions, the Blazers from Valdosta State. And now the players. First up, Takeshi Tako.
Right here, Takeshi. Got it. Takeshi.
Marush Esquilki.
Right here.
Edgar Destura. Jerome Iaconi. Jan Escovedo.
Okay.
That's my máquina. It's mine now.
Jan.
You won.
Julian Duratu.
Freshie. Okay. Like Freshie.
Julian. Good work, Julian.
Safin Van Vick.
Yeah! Hey, Tom! That's my partner!
Wait, hang on. One right here.
Partner.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I know, partner.
Sophie.
Arthur Board.
Oh, wait. Arthur.
And Matteo Castellazzi.
Hey, Theo, come on! I know it. Theo! Too small.
Look right here.
Too small?
Mateo.
And now the coaching staff for the Blazers. Graduate assistant coach, Luca Mack.
Coach Luca.
Graduate Assistant Coach, Juan Pino Contaleo.
Coach Montino.
And Head Coach, John Hansen.
Coach Hansen.
At this time, will the team captains please come forward and accept the National Championship Team Trophy?
I didn't touch it.
It's on.
Congratulations, guys.
We'll get in the photo with him. And then we'll do the whole team. Whole team.
Okay.
Congratulations again to the Valdosta State Blazers on a wonderful season and for winning the 2025 NCAA Division II Men's Tennis Team Championship.
Look out first. It's you, Yep. Hey guys, do me a favor. Go on that same plane. Look down at your feet. Same plane. Thank you. Yeah.
Good?
One second. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
And they walk without.
Thank you all for coming out to San Lando Park this week and supporting NCAA Division II Men's Tennis.
Hey guys, so with these signs, you can try to hold the trophy with one hand or put the trophy down. Let's get some signs high. Perfect. All right, here we go. You good?
Yep, I'm
Can
good.
I have some of you guys squat in the bottom here? Just 2 of you squat a little tighter.
That's a wet spot,
2
huh?
of you come down and squat.
I know it does. That's what I noticed. That looks like a big wet spot.
Back up a little for me. Back up a little bit for me. Ready, 1.